What the fuck is up? Yo, I know you was like, where's Jude? Here I am. I'm right here. I ain't going nowhere.
The two-faced. All sideways.
Hey, we hit 75,000 followers on Instagram. I was supposed to ask a question. What was the question I was supposed to ask?
And split spokes.
What was your favorite moments? What are your favorite moments from the All Out Show? What are your favorite moments? Follow us at All Out Show. You know what I think would increase our followers? Whenever we bring the fucking women on, like post like 3 pictures of them being all slutty and shit.
That's a crowd pleaser. It really is.
Dog, there's so many thirsty motherfuckers out there, they literally just will follow anything with a big ass. You can come in with some fucking nuanced thoughts that are really like eye-opening. They don't want that. They just want to see that motherfucking monkey through them panties, that little monkey paw and that fat ass. 75K, we did it. We'll leave that one. We'll just leave it up. You can put down your favorite shit. When John thought he was getting catfished because the chick actually liked him.
Yeah, one of my favorite moments too.
And Mikey ended up fucking her because you blew it. I got pictures of her naked, son.
I appreciate these reminders.
You really blew it. And then we were gonna bring her back, and you fucking asshole listeners harassed her so much that she wouldn't come back on the show. So thanks for that. Sit on your hands, like I say. Just sit on your fucking hands. Call up and cuss her out once we get her here. You know we're pretty liberal with that shit. We're pretty liberal with that shit. It's fucking shout out to the goddamn Pitbull's channel. It's giving them a tour. It's just like fucking 2 badass Latin chicks just fucking walk by. 2 fucking super fuckable hyenas just walk by. I barely saw them, but when they came around, all right, we raised $95 to bring out the girl that fucks dogs. Really?
Bit of a slow start.
Really? $95? How does like some asshole with the club foot or some shit like that, or somebody that's like,
oh,
110? Look at that. It already jumped. Go to GoFundMe.com/California-healing. We're trying to bring the girl that fucks dogs out here from Wisconsin. Thank you, Demetric Willis. Thanks, John Merritt. Thanks, Moon Base O. Thank you to Anonymous. Thank you to Double X. It's the right thing to do, homie, David Palmer says. It is the right thing to do. AJ, shout out to you, Kyle Young, and Kevin McVicker. All threw in some money.
20 blades from Kevin. Thank you, Kevin.
Straight up, man. Thanks. Do your fucking part. I'll throw in some money too once I figure that shit out. Once we get it up. We gotta get over 500 before I put anything in there. This fucking bullshit. Real talk. Real talk. Think about it like this. If you're in a fancy city, you spend 15 to 20 bucks on a cocktail, and that's all. It's gonna get you barely buzzed for what? 20 minutes? An hour? We're gonna have an hour of this girl fucking just. We're gonna do the sniff test on her and have her fucking Wonder. Drink things.
Oh, she's up for anything.
I know she's not allowed to drink pee on the air. I don't think you're allowed to drink your own urine. We can double check it, but we can come up with other weird shit for her to drink.
We could apologize for it later.
It's better to, as they say, it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. That's how the All Out Show's been these last 14 and a half years. And it's gotten us far. Quite far. Justin Hunte's coming through here. Got the news with John and a pill mix for you. Are you stoked? I'm stoked. In the news, ladies, gentlemen, if you marry somebody who is much richer than you, the chances of getting divorced is higher. We'll tell you more about that later. All right. Let's fucking get this shit going. You know what I'm playing? Boom. This shit go hard. Alright. I'm just gonna fade it down. I'm gonna hit pause. And I'm gonna hit you with the old classic. An old classic. Y'all ready? Hold tight. Wanna hear it? Here it go. Junior Mafia Players Anthem. It's for you, John. You're a player.
Nice.
Yeah. Niggas.
By player, I mean fucking nerd.
No. That's good.
Bitches.
Let's go.
Grab your dick.
It's time for the All Out Show remix. On remix shows, you'll hear memorable guests, crazy topics, game shows, celebrity interviews, and you might even catch a hilarious segment you missed. Keep it here and stay tuned.
And now, here's the breakdown with Justin Hunte.
What up, Just?
Jude, how's it going, sir?
Been forever. Good to have you back in the studios.
Thank you, man. It's great to see you, man. You look taller.
You see that? You see, like, we get new studios and then it changes. We got like we think we too good for you now and shit.
You
like,
know what I mean?
It's like, damn, we don't even see Justin no more.
Everybody be getting bougie around these parts.
I know bougie as fuck, bro.
That's what's up.
We got free candy out there.
I saw that, and you got a whole fridge full of those LaCroix.
And drink, I just try to drink some of that fucking sweetened tea.
Okay.
Sweet and nice. I'm fucking. My mom's a hippie. We white as fuck, and from the north. So I was like, this is the sweetest shit ever. I was like, no wonder they're fat down south.
You know?
That sweet tea, bro.
That is the truth, man. I can't front. I'm addicted to sweet tea, though.
I bet you. Look, I understand. Like, if I grew up on that shit, I'd be like, this shit is awesome.
Wait, so you guys just do unsweetened tea in the Midwest?
No, everybody else does put sugar in their tea, but my fucking mom is a hippie, so like we couldn't have sugar and nothing.
About to say, man, y'all got some stocky people in the Midwest now.
Oh, I was the only hippie in my fucking apartment complex, and I really got to hear about it all the fucking time. They're like, damn, y'all got trees, y'all got plants and shit. Like, damn, you want some bitch shit with the plants. Even listen to Bob Marley. They was like, what the fuck is this shit? I was like, it's Bob Marley.
I didn't know Bob Marley was a hippie thing. I thought Bob Marley was just Bob Marley.
Bro, they would clown Bob Marley because they was listening to like OJ's and Teddy Pendergrass and shit.
Right.
I'm like, no, this is Bob Marley. They would shut the fuck up. I'm like, all right, sorry. Fine.
You got to give those people some culture, Jude.
Well, I think they got it now.
Yeah.
Yes. How you doing?
Doing well, man. We had some terrible news out of the Detroit music scene yesterday. T Grizzly's manager, Jobina J.B. Brown, was shot and killed in Detroit Tuesday night.
Wow.
This was unexpected. She was also T Grizzly's aunt. So
they didn't expect that shooting? I don't mean to be a dick. Sorry.
I feel like there are situations where people are going back and forth.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I don't know if there was any like vocal beef.
I know you're a big fan and supporter of T Grizzly too, so I'm sure this is it's something you're feeling.
Yeah, it's tough. I haven't listened to him in a minute, but yes, it's when anybody gets shot, especially in the Detroit area, it's just tough to hear, man.
Yeah, that's true. So our condolences go out to T Grizzly's family and the family of Jobina Brown.
Yep, there it is.
There it is. On to lighter news. Everybody's been talking about this Jay-Z, Colin Kaepernick NFL partnership.
Okay.
So if people aren't familiar, last week Jay-Z announced a partnership with the NFL, with Rock Nation.
Okay.
Rock Nation will be producing events for the NFL and also helping the NFL with some of their social justice awareness that the league is sorely lacking. Reactions have been all over the place. There's been some people who have been supportive of Jay-Z and the opportunity that partnering with the NFL does in terms of making the league feel and seem more inclusive. And then there's a ton of people who've been hypercritical of Jay-Z for this announcement, considering it's an offshoot of Colin Kaepernick taking a knee in protest of police brutality in this country. So reportedly, Colin Kaepernick was not aware of Jay-Z's partnership with the NFL at this time. And as a result, a lot of people looking at Jay-Z kind of with the side eye. I
don't know. Like, I guess my thing is like, how long do you want it to go on for? You know what I mean? Like, how long do you want to be beefed out with the NFL? Like, it looks like they're trying to take steps in the right direction. Like,
I don't know. It depends on how you look at it. Like, you know, if the kneeling was about police brutality and fairness to the community or the community where most of the players in the NFL come from, I'm not sure how a corporate partnership of this type is a step in that direction at all.
Yeah, look, I'm not saying Jay-Z's not being opportunistic, but something positive might come from this. I don't know. And you and I have gone round and round about this. I'm surprised you brought it up again, to be quite frank. I was trying to have a fucking good show. So, well, there's a lot of feelings I have about this that I don't even feel like discussing. You guys can go back and watch the older ones with me and Justin and hear everything how I feel about this.
Well, here's the two new pieces of news around this. One of the assumptions, because there was a rumor that came out last week that Jay-Z was going to be in a position to become an owner or partial owner, minority owner in an NFL team.
That's cool.
Well, yeah, it sounded okay. Now, that would be something that's a little interesting if that was a part of this partnership, meaning, okay, well, Jay-Z's now minority owner of a team. He'll have influence over, you know, who the team works out or who gets a tryout in the NFL. Right. One of the problems with that is that Kaepernick has been blackballed in the NFL. There was a CBS report yesterday that says that Jay-Z will not likely be a minority owner in the NFL. So a lot of people who were saying, okay, well, maybe if that's part of the deal, that's a little bit better. It turns out, or at least from these most recent reports, that is not the case. So that happened yesterday. Of course, a lot of people have their opinions. Dame Dash was the main one.
Where's Dame Dash?
Dame Dash, former partner with Jay-Z around Rockefeller Records. We have a clip right here of him on No Jumper. You got the clip, John?
No, he does still. That's Young Thug, bro. That's Young Thug.
Sorry, what was the cut? I'm sorry, I was on the phone.
Dame Dash with No Jumper.
Oh, there we go. Sorry about that.
Hello. Stand by. Coming your way.
Sure, look, before we even get into this, him and Dame split ways in that's like asking like one of my ex-girlfriends how they feel about some new shit that I'm doing. Like, I don't necessarily know if this is coming from a neutral party.
That's a fair point.
But let's hear what he has to say. Let's hear what he has to say.
I mean, everybody knows Jay ain't shit. Like, that's, everyone knows that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but does that surprise you at all? Because that seems particularly shady.
Listen, if you ask anyone in the industry, it's a common knowledge that Jay ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
Define ain't shit for our audience.
He's about the bag. You know, we all know that. It's about, he's self-preserving, period. Like, you know, it's just that the people he does it to don't have, like, Beyonce next to him. They don't have that kind of a power. But, you know, this dude here, everyone's looking. So I just think he kind of like, like he used to do that shit. He's like, it's not even like a secret. He do that shit to me with girls. Like, he'll be like, I'll be talking to a chick and I'll be like, yo, she asked me to do this, that, and the third. And he'd be like, I wouldn't do it. And then the next day he's wifed her. And I'd be like, oh, that's some funny shit.
Right.
You know what you're dealing with when you deal with Jay. Jermaine Dupri, I feel like, again, for me to talk, it's hard because I can't completely be objective, but it's the news of today. But I just think if you look under the hood, all the answers will reveal themselves.
All right, let me jump in on this one. Jay and Beyonce are two of the most calculated people in the music industry. I don't even know if they like each other. You know what I mean? Like, even the marriage seemed calculated to me. When they made a movie out of him cheating, you know what I mean? Like everything seems like a business move with them, and I ain't even mad. Like, that's just the way it is. But like, even if you listen to his songs where he's feeling bad, he's like feeling bad for kind of fucking over his sister. I'm sorry, I'm so dope to you, and he's like, he feels worse about it than she. You know what I mean? Like, it's like she's the crackhead. You know what I mean? Now, and you're like, oh, poor me for feeling. Like, I feel so bad for fucking you.
This feels similar to when Jay-Z was minority owner of the New Jersey Nets, and he was a huge mouthpiece for the Nets.
Yeah,
coming to Brooklyn, and all the eminent domain that the Barclays Center needed, and ended up pushing a lot of people out of their homes in New York City.
Wonder if he bought some property around there.
He's absolutely a capitalist. One of my favorite Jay-Z albums is The Blueprint, and he actually breaks down how he flips his math, flips his money, and he's able to elevate. It's one of the things I respect the most about him. I think for me, the bigger issue around this and all these things is that there's a tendency to look at one person being successful as representative of an entire community, and all communities do this, right? Like, people from anybody from the hood, one person gets out and everyone's like, yeah, we made it. But did we really make it?
I mean, that could be one person doing something bad doesn't represent the whole community.
Well, I think the one thing that's different is that when one person makes it, then everyone else says, okay, now nobody has any excuses. No one else has any challenges. No one else.
Everybody has challenges.
When it comes to things like this, it's like, oh, well, a lot of people who are in support of this position are saying, well, hey, look, now we have a voice inside, and now everybody can do this, and now there's not going to be any challenges going forward with what we can and can't do as a community, as a population. All this stuff is, to me, not necessarily the same as actually providing infrastructure or change to allow more people to have a bigger table, even in the NFL, for example, or in society as well.
Well, yeah, I hear you. I don't at the end of the day, the buck stops here. Like they said, like everybody got it. Like Jay-Z can go in there, and this seems like a very, like I said, a very opportunistic move. But like,
do you feel like he was wrong to do this?
I feel like all of this shit is pandering. I feel like all of the moves that I've seen, entertainment and shit, has been pandering. Like even that Oscar So White. Oh, wonder what's gonna win the best picture for next year. Oh, a gay black thing. Wow, I never would have. It's like all this shit is pandering to me. Like that's just my opinion. Like from the outside, just watching shit. Like okay, these cats are mad about that. What if we just throw them this, and this, and that'll solve it?
So you think that these things are? You think that these organizations are actually responsive to outrage?
Yes.
So you think that
I think
whatever's trending on Twitter and people just changed whatever they were going to do anyway?
Yeah, literally.
Did you see any of those? I mean, use Oscar So White as an example. Did you see any of those other movies that you thought? Did you think Moonlight should have won? Or you didn't?
I don't know. I don't know whether or not it should have won. I think a lot of times the best picture is a political thing, and it just so happens the politics that year last year was Oscar So White.
I'm not sure if this is a pandering thing. I think my question is, how much money was the NFL actually losing? To my understanding, they weren't down in ratings last year, for example. I
know a bunch of people that stopped watching on both sides too.
Sure, but I didn't see any. But I didn't see any reports saying their ratings were down last year. I saw it 2 years ago. but not last year. And then, for example, with their Super Bowl, they still
check and see the ratings. Let's see if they're down.
They still got Travis Scott last year for the Super Bowl. They still had Big Boy rolling out there at the Super Bowl.
And who else was on?
And Adam Levine was the head. But that's not because of the NFL. Look, the NFL's been messing up the Super Bowl they've been, if you want to say pandering, they've been pandering to the pop audience since I can remember at the Super Bowl.
Well,
but they still I think they haven't had any innovation around.
Like them getting Prince is different than Moonlight winning for fucking Best Picture.
Did they get Prince?
Yeah, Prince was the shit.
How long? How many years ago?
I don't know, like a long time ago. But
you didn't see Moonlight. You didn't see any of these movies.
Did you see Moonlight?
I did see Moonlight.
Do you think it was the best picture that was made those 2 years ago?
I definitely thought it was better than the other ones that were in that.
You saw all of them?
I saw the ones that were nominated. Yeah. If they're going to take that jazz movie, which I feel like I've been watching some version of my entire life, and it's been coming out prior to my
with the drums,
right? Whatever
that was fucking annoying.
That was terrible, and that's the one they gave it to first, and then that guy had to get up there and say, "My bad, Moonlight won." I'm not sure how much any of that's actually pandering. I don't know how I could look at that, but from an NFL standpoint, right? If Jay-Z is going to be
I think, but my point is, even the four other nominations that you saw were picked politically. That doesn't the four that he's up against doesn't mean that those were the best fucking movies. Did we see all the movies out? That's what I'm saying.
Well, now we're just being a skeptic on anything. I think you have to at least look in the population that makes it to the nomination. But away from the Oscars, right? Let's say we're looking at the NFL. The NFL still got the biggest rapper that year to perform at the Super Bowl. They still got one of the most legendary guys from Atlanta to perform at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Came out with that fucking fox fur, killing them motherfuckers.
Right. So if the NFL
banging them in the head.
So if NFL really, I'm not sure what the NFL wasn't still able to accomplish with supposedly this bad press or these people who are supposedly boycotting. And I'm not sure what gaps they're already not able to hit outside of Hov putting the Rock Nation lineup at the Super Bowl every year.
Bro, look, man. Jay-Z is, I think 50 Cent and Jay-Z are two of the best minds in rap. Like, hands down. 50 Cent trolls like no fucking other. He stays in the news like no other. He knows how to fucking flip brands. Like, he got the hood to drink unsweetened Kool-Aid. Like, I've never seen anything like that in my whole entire life. He took fucking Smart Water and got the hood to drink that shit. Like, that was amazing.
And that Formula 50 flavor is fire too, by the way.
Well, look, I'm fine with it. Like, I'm good with that shit. Flavor. Yeah. It's like 50 was able to do that. He trolls and fucking, like, even Jay-Z, man, that motherfucker became head of Def Jam and then signed fucking Nas, dropped albums in a similar time. Who do you think got the better push, him or Nas? Checkmate. Like, that motherfucker's playing chess out in this bitch. Like, so this is a chess move. This is a chess move, bro.
But do you think that is where the good and the bad ends, right? Okay, yeah, it's a chess move. I think we definitely know Jay-Z's calculating. We know he's a capitalist. We know he's good at the business. But does that mean it should be done?
I don't know. Look, man, if this can fucking help move things forward, then sometimes calculated things work. You know what I mean?
And that's what I mean. That's one thing he did say in that press conference was like, yeah, this is the next step. Is it? Like, what is the next? Like, how does this actually get back to whatever the main message that Kaepernick was talking about? And that's just a question that I generally feel. I'm not sure if there's a right answer or wrong answer, but I don't really know how this is connected to the message that these guys kneeling were trying to send.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, look, man, I don't want to talk about this, to be quite frank with you.
Right.
I don't want to talk about this. I'm tired of people politicizing shit when I'm just trying to fucking not think about it.
Yeah.
And like, yo, that's and I've seen people fucking boycott the NFL because they was on Cap's side, and I've seen fucking people stop watching the shit because they don't want to. They're just trying to fucking chill, and they don't want to have shit be politicized. So like I see both sides, and this Jay-Z thing is just one to me. When I heard about it, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, sweet, fucking pandering. That's what it seems like to me. Pandering, and Jay-Z's gonna make money off of it.
He's definitely gonna make money off of it. Well, look,
he ain't doing it for free.
He definitely ain't doing it for free.
He's not like, hey, we got to get this shit. We all got to come together. Like, we all got to come together. He ain't going to do it for free.
Well, I do think it's an interesting news cycle. We'll see where this goes. And I do think that Dame Dash is coming from a very personal place. But at least he admitted that in the quote. He did say that he wasn't the right person to. It's not like he is a unbiased perspective.
He is right, and he's like kind of the perfect person, and he's the worst person. You know what I mean? Like, because Jay didn't want Kanye, fucking Dame wanted Kanye. But Jay was bigger, so he took fucking Kanye. Like, so Dame's been fucked by Jay in the past. That's all I got to say.
I definitely think Kanye made the right choice. I will say that.
Hey, look
at where Kanye is now. I think he did the right thing.
I'm not disagreeing with you. Yeah. I'm not disagreeing with you. But like, if you and I were in the fucking business, I don't know how we would behave.
I don't think anybody makes that much money or becomes that successful without working with people they don't like.
That, and without I don't know a bunch of guys that are like just fucking really nice guys that are fucking like, I don't know a lot of doormats who climbed their way from poverty and became millionaires in this world.
Right.
Usually it takes a lot of work, a lot of focus, and thinking outside the box, and you might have to fucking step on some toes and fuck some people over.
Or get the right girl pregnant.
Yeah. It's a crapshoot how that baby was going to come out.
Right.
It was a crapshoot. Just say it came out, rolled snake eyes.
Right, that's what it is.
Yeesh.
So that's the update on the Jay-Z NFL Dame Dash story. We have another story here on Young Thug and Lil Wayne.
I'll bet.
Young Thug has a new album on the way. It is called Punk. He set down.
Young Thug's the same cat that wore a dress.
Yes, it is.
And he got his album's called Punk.
Yes.
Just trying to get all this shit straight, because I don't like.
You're right. Well, he has a few projects out on the way, but his upcoming album. That was a funny way to describe it. But look, he says that he did an interview with Big Boy, and he addressed a lot.
Shout out to Big Boy, good dude.
He did an interview addressing the gay rumors. He says he's not gay at all. He doesn't like men.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I think, and I believe him. I tend to believe him when he says that, because rappers don't have a problem saying they're gay anymore.
No, I think you're right. You're quite right. But like, that whole wearing a dress shit was like fucking. It was like a gimmick to me. Like, did you see him like out at the club wearing a dress too? Am I tripping? Or like just for that shoot?
I mean, he might have. You never know. I wouldn't put it past. I mean, look, Andre 3000 was wearing dresses. He was wearing sundresses, and nobody would diss him. I don't even think that's that.
Andre 3000 got bars.
He got bars.
That motherfucker got bars. You can't. Yeah, Andre 3000. But even when Andre 3000 came out doing that shit, they was like, "What the fuck is he on?"
Right.
He's on some weirdo shit. But you just like kind of accepted him, because with Andre, at least it felt like it was coming from a sincere place. His shit just seemed like, okay, Frank Ocean came out as gay. Tyler, the Creator, he's gay now. Oh, look at Young Thug in a fucking dress. Ooh, that. Color me fucking not skeptic, but there's a bad word for it. But that's what the fuck I am. And now now what's he on about? What's he talking about?
Well, I thought this was a really great question Big Boy asked here, and a really interesting answer from Young Thug. Young Thug has always been a super Lil Wayne fan.
Okay.
A few years back, he put out a project called The Barter 6. And I think the conversation initially started with Young Thug wanting to show deference and respect to Lil Wayne, but the Carter 5 hadn't even come out yet. So he's calling this the Barter 6. And, there might have been some tension.
The Barter 1 would be a nice nod to him. The Barter 6 implies that I'm taking it from here.
You never know. But
you never know. You never know.
But their relationship is never.
You never know.
So Big Boy asked him about their relationship. We haven't seen too many collaborations between the two. Here's what Young Thug says on Lil Wayne.
that you bring up as an influence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like where is that so-called relationship?
I don't know. I don't think that nigga like me. He don't like me.
Man,
I don't know why though.
You pretty much answer everything, huh? Yeah. Yeah. So if you had to put your finger on a why Lil Wayne don't like you, could you figure it out?
Maybe I think it's because he's just been with Birdman his whole life, and he's just so spoiled to the point where it's like he's really spoiled. He's been a millionaire. He's been a superstar since he was 9 years old. So he don't know nothing but his way. The first thing that don't go his way, it probably don't have nothing in the world to do with me. I'm pretty sure he done sat back and looked at all interviews and any interviews I ever did, and he probably got to get the picture now. Like, okay, I maybe did too much. Maybe he feel like I done did too much against this young nigga to the point where I can't even embrace him. But that's even.
Hit pause real quick. What did he do to Young Thug? I don't catch me up.
He never supported Young Thug.
Does he? Are you? Where's Young Thug from? He's from New Orleans.
No, I believe he's from Atlanta, but he's also works closely with Birdman. He was inside the Cash Money camp. Cash Money's always collaborated with each other.
He was with Cash. All right,
But,
so he was tied to him in that way. Okay.
But then, Young Money and Cash Money, Wayne and Birdman have been suing each other for a decade.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah. Birdman's really bad at paying motherfuckers. Did my man ever get cashed out for a milli? Milli beat? Did he? He had to sue for that shit.
The case was either Wayne won or they settled. I believe they settled. Everything is Wayne now has Young Money. They've worked out the finances around that.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if how they feel in their hearts about how it went, but
I
that's
wouldn't
behind them.
I don't know. Like Wayne has been rapping since he was young. But like,
yeah, Wayne he's probably the first millennial rapper.
And he's been in the game for a long fucking time, and he came from really humble places, and he fucking clawed his way up. He like wrote his way up. Like,
see, I think that's the part that Thug is talking about, right? If let's say Wayne has been with Birdman Cash Money since he was 9, 10, 11, 12. I think he was like 11 or 12 when that first Cash Money Records album came out, right? So I'm not sure what scratching and clawing you have to do when your Cash Money Millionaire brothers come out when you're still in middle school.
I guess you
go to private schools. He went to McMain, you know what I mean? So it's not like he wasn't without resources. Like Juvie might have not had resources.
Right.
Wayne, I think that's part of his.
That's a good point, but like a lot, like was he signed at 4? Like a lot of that shit. A lot of your personality starts mad early. You know what I mean? Like so.
I definitely don't look at Wayne as someone who came up out the mud on his own. And I'm not saying that.
But he might not came out the mud from his own, but he came out the mud. Like.
Sure.
Like he's been in raids. Like
right.
How many raids you been in?
Well, he's definitely had his legal issues.
0 for me. I ain't been in no raids.
Right.
Like so clearly, it's not like he was in condos.
I think that
and New Orleans is fucking. It's a tough town, man.
I think if you are 30, well, how old is Wayne? Probably 37. I think if you're pushing 40 and 87% of your life has been one way, and let's say, okay, that first 9 was crazy, but you only remember the first 4, so you had 5 bad years and 32 good years.
Yeah, maybe. Look,
I'm not sure if that's the same as said that he had to hustle in a different type of way.
Well, I don't know. I talked to when Manny Fresh was on here. He was like, "Yo, Wayne just had a crazy good work ethic, and like." He knew he was going to be special, and he was grinding like
100%.
And look,
100%.
he might have been grinding and getting money. A lot of us had to grind for free for a very long time, and then you finally are rewarded. So perhaps he got his reward first.
I definitely think he deserves everything he earned.
And maybe to Young Thug's point, that's it. But like, It's not fair to just point at that like, oh, he's just used to getting everything. Look, man, like you said, he was in a lawsuit with Manny Fresh, right. And then Manny Fresh brings in this other motherfucker, and he still, or excuse me, Manny Fresh, my guy. He's in a lawsuit with Birdman, and then Birdman brings in this other motherfucker while he owns some fucking money. Oh yeah, let me do a song with you. I wouldn't be. I'd be the same way, and I'm sure you would too. It's like, nah, man, I ain't doing shit with nobody until I get paid.
I definitely think that's part of it, and the other part of it too is that in 2015, Lil Wayne's tour bus got shot up, and Birdman and Young Thug were implicated in the lawsuit. So one of Young Thug's associates named Pee Wee Roscoe ended up going to jail, gets sentenced to 10 years in prison for shooting up Wayne's
I wonder
tour
why.
bus.
Damn, man.
Right.
Oh, he's spoiled. That's why he don't like me.
I'm like, come on,
well,
Thug.
they had nothing to do with fucking bullets in my bus.
Thug and Birdman had to ask the judge to put a stay on the what came out of the court case. So I'm sitting here looking at Thug
what's a stay?
It's where you can't
talk about it.
We can't.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't talk about it until some covenants are met.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there like, okay, Thug. Well, maybe it's because you guys were listed in the court case about shooting up his tour bus. There's a lot of things out there other than okay, he's a spoiled millionaire kid. I'm not sure how many back shots. Pun intended. Young Thug just threw at Wayne right there, but there's a lot more going on here than just I don't know why he might not like me. Maybe it's just because he was a rich kid.
Yeah, it seems insincere, like wearing a dress to get fucking people to buy your shit. What do I know? What the fuck do I know? I can't even name a Young Thug song. So like, there you go. But just from what I'm watching, the pieces that you bring me, I'm just like, yeah.
Here's something else that interesting that happened around this today. Lil Wayne's daughter, Reginae Carter, went on to Twitter and said, if you're a rapper and you think my father doesn't like you, that's not the case always. He probably really just doesn't know you, LOL, or don't care to get to know you. No beefs. He really just be on his shit and only that. No clout chasing because that's not part of his job.
That's really nice of his daughter to do that, but I would have told my daughter to shut the fuck up and stay out of this shit. I say that to my mom in nice ways because it's like, yo, I was just out with my girl and I was back in Detroit and I was in an argument with some motherfuckers and she was finna hop in. I was like, shut up, in a nice way. I'm like, chill out, let me handle this shit. Because I can deal with motherfuckers shooting shots at me, like it's gonna really hurt that's gonna hurt Lil Wayne's heart if fucking Young Thug comes back and just shits on his fucking daughter. And if she does get shit on, she's the one that stepped into the fucking ring. Like, be quiet, stay the fuck out of this shit. He the dude didn't say nothing about his kids. Like Lil Wayne's daughter, if you listen, you're probably not. Shut up. Shut up. You might get fucking shit on and that's gonna hurt Wayne's heart worse than anything. There's been times where it's like I'm trying to blaze somebody and it's just not getting through, so I just go, doop. What's the next thing that you love the most? Let me just fucking kill that.
That's where a lot of great rap beefs have started.
Yes. Yeah. We'll go back to 50 Cent. He took fucking old boy's Rick Ross's baby mama on shopping sprees and shit. Like,
one
fuck.
of the grimiest things ever.
Yeah, 50 Cent is like, I was trying to explain to my mom how 50 Cent's troll game is like ridiculous. I was like, he fucking taped Young Buck crying and like just played it for everybody. He's ruthless. He's fucking ruthless, and he's the same guy that he'll come in here and know everybody's name by fucking heart. It's fucking crazy. So there you go. He's really good at business. Everything's calculated, and I think that's a calculated answer.
I personally don't think Lil Wayne cares that much anymore, to be honest. I feel like in my mind, Lil Wayne's sitting around sipping lean, waiting to go skateboard.
The thing, like Lil Wayne came out, did his shit. You can't take anything away from Lil Wayne. Like, he did his shit, so it's like, what am I do? Fucking argue with this guy? Like, maybe his next album. I think I have put on it is can Young Thug spit like Wayne?
No. Later career, mumbly, can't really understand him. Wayne, arguably,
but Wayne might. There's been many.
We got a lot of Wayne.
There's been let's look at Nas. Like we've been talking about Jay-Z and Nas. Nas was falling the fuck off, and then fucking Jay-Z dissed him, and he was like, "Oh shit,
woke him up.
Forgot who I am," and it just reminded him. So like, Be careful with them sleeping giants. You don't want to throw a little pebble and wake them motherfuckers up, and then just get mowed the fuck down.
I don't know. I mean, I think we're past the point where an artist can fall off, or an artist's career will end because of a rap beef.
This is true.
I don't even think that's a thing anymore.
You're spot on. We're from a different era.
Yeah, as long as you talk to your audience, you're pretty much good.
Yeah, you gotta you. Now we're in a time. To your point, like now we're in a time where they have reach. Like, yeah, I could shit on you, but like. It doesn't stop my fucking SoundCloud, my Instagram, my this, my that. Radio stations don't need to play me. I can still get to my fucking fans.
Right.
And then tour off of that shit, and then radio stations will come around.
Right.
Even look at Ja Rule. That New York, like, after everything, after getting fucking shit on and fucking called all types of bitches, he came back with one song. You know, like, it wasn't like he had a fucking career, but he came back with one song. You're like, oh, shit, all right.
And a failed fire festival.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that fucking... Yo, if you're going to any festival getting put on by fucking Ja Rule, you should know that shit. Oh, yeah, Ja Rule's putting on some shit in the Caribbean. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be great. Can't wait to get there.
Ja Rule going to be there.
What? Oh, I'm flying. How much some tickets? 15 grand? Fuck, sign me up. Let me get 12 of them. I'm bringing. You know what I want to see? I want to see Ja Rule performing under a coconut tree. That's what I need to see. Like, I don't give a fuck about that shit.
You know it's going to be legit.
And then they got the prison. They got the fucking. They didn't get the prison food. They got like the county jail food.
Right. It wasn't prison.
It wasn't even good enough as prison food. They got like the fucking bologna sandwiches in a bag with a mustard packet on the side of that bitch.
Disrespectful.
I'm saying, bread all stuck to the meat when you go to open it and shit.
The best thing about it was the 2 documentaries that came out.
I heard, yeah,
those were fire.
I need to watch.
Those are more fire than the festival.
I heard they've been amazing.
They are.
And one is from the accountant's point of view, isn't it?
I think one is from the marketing advertising point of view,
and then the other one is just from the fire people's point of view. Right. I would probably believe the other guy first.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
You put them together, you get a pretty good picture.
Yeah. Everyone, there's always 3 sides of the story: your side, my side, and then the truth.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
It's funny how that goes.
Oh man, what a career.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, sorry. John just wrote something up there. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Word up. So that's the Young Thug update on the news. It's a good interview with Big Boy. Check it out. He says a lot of. Young Thug is definitely really open in this conversation. So. And I'll say this: I'm not a Young Thug super fan, but the longer Young Thug is out, the more of his music I like, and I definitely respect he's earned out of.
Yeah, how long is he? Look, that's the thing, man. Like, it is so hard to stick around and rap. Like I always say, I don't even shit on new rappers because they'll be gone in a fucking year. The fact that Young Thug is still around, respect to him. Right. That is respect to him.
Yeah.
Even if you had to wear a dress to do it. You didn't, though, Young Thug. You didn't have to wear that fucking dress. Smack your publicist.
They're just trying to get his Andre 3000 on, man.
Bro.
He's trying to get his Andre 3 stacks on.
And he's wearing a motherfucking rice picking hat and shit. That doesn't make you a ninja, bro. You just look like fucking... You just look like an artsy chick whose pussy probably smell like feet.
Dressing like Raiden.
I know, right? Like the fucking end of fucking Big Trouble Little China and this motherfucker cross-dressing ass.
That's a nice reference right there. That's a classic movie.
It's a good fucking one. Yeah.
Cats don't know that movie.
Kurt motherfucking Russell.
Half the original Mortal Kombat lineup came from Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, go watch that shit for you youngsters.
Goro's in it. Shang Tsung.
Everybody in
Raiden.
Yo, it's
Liu Kang.
Yep.
Johnny Cage.
Yo, whoever wrote that needs a fucking. I'd be on the phone with that motherfucker. Like if Tom Petty could get money out of Sam Smith for that one shit, like yo, I need a check. Write that check. Well, to be fair, his dress it's like a masculine. It's about the most masculine dress you could get. One could just say it's like a petticoat. I don't even know, bro. Like, yo, man, I think we talked about this, for fuck's sakes. That's that new shit, man. We were talking, best time to say that you suck dick is like 2 weeks before your album's coming out. By the way, I suck dick. Hey, imagine that. Hey, check out this single.
Oh my gosh.
Fucking, I'm streaming like, is that him again?
No.
Who's this fucking dude?
That was this year's dress of the week.
Get the fuck out of here. Who is that guy? He just showed me some fucking Fraser Harrison. Billy Porter.
Portier, I think.
Billy Portier. That's Sidney Portier's kin. If I was Sidney, I'd be like, motherfucker, you know what I had to do? Look who's coming to dinner and all that shit. You gonna show up in a motherfucking dress, man?
He got a bow tie with it.
Fuck you doing, man? Yeah, that bow tie don't cancel shit out. That's like that joke, man. It's like you can kill all the dragons, but you suck one dick, and you're gonna be known as fucking John the Dick Sucker. You know what I mean? Like they don't give a fuck about all the dragons.
Oh man, I did hear this one.
You ain't making no money off this shit on YouTube.
This was okay. I think we could edit just a couple of minutes.
Beep. This is beeping like a motherfucker. That's him again. Fucking. Is that a tattoo or his nipple? Oh, it's a tattoo. This is his nipple.
I think his nipple has a tattoo on it.
Why Young Thug look like his nipple in the center of his chest? The way you see the way he got his shirt cracked. Oh, it's okay, bro. I thought it was all right. I don't even want to look at it. I'm getting lost in my man's nipple. Like I'm just trying to fucking figure that shit out. I'm being hypnotized. Oh shit, I gotta go. Justin, it's a pleasure chopping it up with you, man.
My brother Jude, thank you as always, man.
Let's get it.
It's time for the All Out Show remix. On remix shows, you'll hear memorable guests, crazy topics, game shows, celebrity interviews, and you might even catch a hilarious segment you missed. Keep it here and stay tuned. And now, it's time for News from the Chin with John Z. Matthews.
Major League Baseball, they are now warning players about these gas station sex pills. Don't do them.
Does it have shit that will make them test dirty in it? Is that what it is?
Exactly. They recently found 2 players, and they've blamed those 2 players for... the players said that they're blaming these pills for testing positive for these PEDs, these performance-enhancing drugs. So,
that's what Bones Jones did, too. He said the same deal. He said he took a dick pill, and it made him test positive for performance-enhancing drugs. Do you think they're doing that, or just fucking... Whoever's shooting these guys up, I'm sure knows where it's found. So like, if you test dirty, just say you got it from a fucking gas station.
I mean, can you imagine a millionaire going into a gas station and getting stiff rhino?
That's what I'm saying. I can't like Wild Stallion or whatever the fuck. Like I don't see that. Like I understand. So fucking annoying. Like it's the major league was just going nowhere until motherfuckers really started cracking that doing all them steroids like Canseco, McGuire, then you had McGuire versus Sammy Sosa. Like they benefit so much. Oh, you got Roger Clemens. They benefit so much from that shit, and then they turn a blind eye, and now they're like, oh, don't take dick pills. Full of shit. They're making so much money off of these motherfuckers doing drugs.
They're even warning here that the pills can contain anabolic steroids. Why the hell would you want a steroid in your dick pill?
Maybe it makes you strong like bull.
All right.
Strong like bull. I'm just saying, I don't know. I think it's bullshit. I think that's bullshit. Like I get it. Those dudes are saying it, and then they have to come out and be like, hey, millionaires that have access to fucking doctors and other things, top of the line shit, don't do those gas station dick pills. We know that you're athletic and run all the time, so that I'm sure you have very strong erections as it is, but don't fucking add on to your strong athletic erections with fucking these dick pills. Dick pills are for guys like me that just, like my exercise is I walk up the steps on the way here. I walk 5 flights, and today I took the fucking elevator because I thought I was late. So there you go.
But if you get nabbed doing this, they are going to punish you. It looks like anyone who's caught with this, you're subject to discipline regardless of how it got in your system. So your dick pill excuse, they're not buying it.
Yeah. They're like, hey, guys, we hear you. Come up with something better. They got to fucking, like, every athlete did that shit. Everybody. And then they do the blood doping shit, too. Where they, like, cycling blood. I think Armstrong did that, and then your hero, everyone's hero, Mayweather, fucking, there was he had ridiculously low amounts of some shit in his blood that only comes from, like, it wasn't, his blood was a little funny.
When was that?
Shit,
years ago or something?
No, it was fucking after a couple fights ago.
Oh, really?
They sweep that shit under the rug. He was the face of fucking boxing. Boxing's going nowhere. Like, what are they gonna do? What? Oh boy, I hope he doesn't call in again to yell at me.
He's a lot of fun.
Turn off the phone lines. Yeah, you can look it up. I don't know. Like, it's, but everybody does that shit. All these motherfuckers cheat. Generally, all's a sweeping generalization, but a lot of these athletes cheat. Even in football, they'll flunk their kids. They flunk their kids on purpose so that they can be bigger once they go into once they go on to be freshmen.
What's that?
They will make their kids flunk 8th grade on purpose. They'll hold them back just so they'll be bigger once they get to high school and they'll get more playtime. That's like the lightweight way of finessing shit. It's always about finding an edge. Have I discussed how I feel that Army people should be given steroids and testosterone and human growth hormones?
Yes. I mean,
like
speed, all this other crazy shit, I'm sure.
Yeah, like this isn't this. We're not playing a game here. We're not playing a game. We don't need to be fair. Like, let's fucking pump these guys up with as many fucking drugs that's gonna make them strong and fucking be able to run longer without food and shit, and just fuck people up. If I was a soldier, I'd be like, give me. I want to be able to kick down doors mad easy and fucking.
What if it fucks up your body?
They're in the fucking John. You know what fucks up your body? Shrapnel and shit, like getting shot.
That'll do it. The bullets.
Bullets fuck up your body, bro. You're throwing them in a war zone. You're like, what if this speed mixed with goddamn HGH fucks up their body? Just gonna give them quicker recovery time. That being said, speed was Hitler's downfall. Hitler was on speed. And he was making all these bad decisions and shit. He started making bad decisions because speed will do that to you.
Yeah, I would say killing all the Jews, that's a bad decision.
I mean, tactically, yeah, it's not a nice thing to do, but, like, he made tactical bad decisions as well. Jude does not endorse the Holocaust, nor is he a denier.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah. You're like, killing all the Jews. Nah, motherfucker. I mean, like, invading Russia and doing dumb shit like that. And not taking, like, St. Petersburg when he should or something like. It's been a while. I can't name names, but he made a couple fucking bad choices. Or Moscow. I think he could have taken Moscow and he, like, banged her right. I was like, well, get it later. Like, what are you doing? Hitler, you dumbass. You know what made Hitler fucking such a bad, wild killer? Violent movies and video games, bro. Keep that. Yeah, promise you. Promise you. It's the violent movies and those video games that made that he was a fucking cool guy. He was an art student, and then he just played his first person shooter, and it was never the same ever since.
More evidence.
Just keep your kids away from that, you guys, ladies. Keep your kids away from violent television and video games and rap music as well. Bad for you. I promise. It's fun watching John just stare off into the.
Well, sorry, I was just thinking about the pills for a second.
Off into the distance.
I'm sorry, I was just looking at the pills for a second.
It looks like the moon, old man moon.
I did one of those not that long ago. Didn't do a fucking thing for me. One of these gas station pills.
I did I talk about it in my book in Hummingbird. I was on a bunch of G, and I was gonna go fuck this chick that I never met before, and I went to 7-Eleven and got whatever the fuck they had. Nothing. And I took 2, and yeah. I did not I didn't know if this shit was gonna work, so I just took 2, and I was already on drugs and shit, so I was like, I didn't want to show up and just be like, oh, this I can't get my dick hard. This usually doesn't happen. I'm sorry, I never met you before. But yeah, I got there. In the picture, in the Tinder picture, she looked fucking. She was literally. There was the pictures I remember. She was on a beach. She was next to a dolphin in one. She had climbed a hill in another. She looked like some OC, fucking wearing Uggs type fucking chick. And then when I got there, it was the same girl, but then she looked like fucking Gollum. She just picked her fucking skin apart, and she's like, "Yeah, welcome." Then the fucking dick pills landed, and I started boom, 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 flush, got all flush and shit. It's like, what the fuck is going on? I've been freaked out, ran. Running down the street, dick hard as hell. Fucking real bummer, man. Real fucking bummer. Puked all over Intelligentsia, because I fucking hate that place. I literally held my puke until I got to Intelligentsia, because I was like, oh, this Intelligentsia is right around the block.
Right in the doorway?
Nah, just on the fucking sidewalk.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Curb and shit. I'm not a total monster. I'm not a fucking total piece of shit. I did it on the curb in front of Intelligentsia.
So it turns out that...
Yeah, I went into Intelligentsia and asked for a tea with a piece of ice in it, and they were like, we serve our tea at the perfect fucking... At the perfect temperature. We will not put a piece of ice in it. I was like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? And then they pulled out a bag of pre-bagged tea. I was like, get the fuck out of here. You fucking failed actor ass motherfucker.
Oh. Doing the best you can.
Whatever.
When it comes to relationship compatibility, income strongly linked to this. So that's something that one should consider.
I think there was a study that women tend to marry up or marry across and don't marry down.
That seems to make sense.
That's what does it say in your shit?
So it just says here that according to this new survey of 2,000 Americans, relationships are incompatible if there is a $36,000 or more salary disparity between the partners. 36 grand. But I think you're right though. If I met a lady and she was making 36,000 less, I don't give a fuck.
No, you don't care.
I don't care.
No, you don't care. Because you make that. It's a flip side.
Yeah.
It goes back to people gender roles. No, but it's been like this for a really long time. I'm sure women go out, women handled shit back in the day. Don't get me wrong. Women handled shit, but they also was looking at the dude you are bigger than me, you're stronger than me, you're supposed to make sure I'm fucking good, and you're supposed to go out there and fucking and help me help feed the fucking family. And now you got these fucking women, they get the boyfriends that are fucking broke, and deep down they resent them. And then deep down, the man resents the fucking woman because he feels emasculated. Unless he's just some fucking pimp, and then he's just pimping her, and that's another thing that's broken in you. You know what I mean? Then you got that shit going on. I got my hooks in this rich bitch. Let me just run her. But then he's not coming. He's not being for real with his shit. He's being underhanded. You looking for do women marry up or down?
So they also go on here to say that 38% even said that they've had a relationship end because they weren't on the same financial level as their partner. They're not really breaking it up between men and women here, but yeah, I can see that. If I was dating some lady and she was making way more than me, and she said, John, this isn't working out, I'd say, yeah, I can see that. It wouldn't shock me at all if somebody wanted to leave. I kind of warn them straight up front.
Women who attend elite colleges earn more and marry less. Yeah. I was saying that to like the chick I'm seeing. I was like, I'm 41. I can't just be like I can't just be like 41 working at a restaurant trying to figure out my life and land a chick that's making like 6 figures and up. She's not gonna want to fuck with me.
No.
Unless she really hates herself. That's the only way. And there's plenty of women that hate themselves, but my sister was like that. She was fucking with this dude that could not make money, and she just was disgusted by him after a while. And she's not a sack chaser. She's like ugh. Like she just wanted to stop fucking him.
What the hell's a sack chaser?
Slang vs. John.
Right.
Where do you got the intro? Do you got the intro for Slang vs. John? Right. Oh no, it came out of the blue. We weren't ready for it.
Damn it.
Oh, we were not ready for the Slang vs. John. Here it comes, y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the blue corner, raised in the Garden State, the corniest man in hip-hop, John the Chin Matthews.
Corny as fuck.
Tonight in the red corner, hailing from pop culture known to anyone paying attention, it's the mighty Slang! Welcome to Slang vs. John.
All right.
Ooh-wee.
All right, the term is sack chaser.
Sure is. So...
All right, let's hear you reason. Let's hear John reason. I want to hear I don't want any thoughts. I just want whatever you're thinking just to come out of your mouth.
Right.
Let's go.
I mean, my gut tells me this isn't right, but instantly when you said sack, I thought of scrotum. So I figured that she's chasing a large sack. She's got some sort of like large ball thing going on.
She wants big balls on a guy.
Sure.
What is that? What would that do for her?
Well, I mean, that means the guy's got some bravery. He's out there getting shit done. He's killing the game. He's got lots of sack.
Are you a sack man?
It depends on what we're talking about. I've got some sack.
You got some. Is he right? No, he's wrong again.
Okay, can I have the easy one, like a sack of cash?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, a sack chaser.
Go with the easy answer.
A fucking sack chaser.
All right, a sack.
Yeah.
Who was that? Who was a sack of cash?
We were just talking
It's not
about.
a cartoon.
We were just talking about fucking income like differences. I literally said my sister was disgusted by her man because he wasn't making enough money, and she's not even a sack chaser.
I always go with the easiest answer.
Wow, dude, it's like whoa.
Come on.
It's like talking to a fucking retarded cartoon character sometimes. It's like, wow, this is fucking crazy.
Do you have a sack of cash?
Man, it's just like, I wonder what's going on. Like, I would just love to see what happens in John's mind. Like, I would love to have like a fucking, just see what's going on in his mind. It's probably just birds chirping in there. Just tweet, tweet, a fucking tree. Like, whoa, shh.
Right at the ball sack.
She wants a man with a big ball sack, a lot of cum. Can come for days. Get her pregnant. Come all on the sheets. Come everywhere. Sperm. Sack chaser means sperm. If you want a sack of sperm, yeah, come. Your sister is a cum dumpster. She wants all of his sack, the sperm dumped into her. That's what sack chaser means.
Fine.
You fucking asshole. Fucking what a dick.
Now, outside of the sack, can I tell you one thing?
Tell me.
Important qualities, according to the survey, what women are, people are looking for. Good sense of humor. This was pretty much far and away a big thing outside of money. People like a good sense of humor.
There you go.
So
there you go. Look at you. You're funny. Look at you, fucking
doesn't
funny.
hurt.
Being funny.
I guarantee that's probably why these women talk to me. But
that because you're fucking funny. Let's see. Bow. I'm trying to see. My wife has always earned more money than me, and while it's absolutely killed our sex life, dead. I'm a trial lawyer now. But from 2006 to 2016, I didn't make a dime. This dude's saying. Yeah, she was like fucking not liking him. There it is.
I've got a plane crash. You want to see a plane crash?
Yes.
People walk away. So this pilot, for whatever reason, even though he's involved with this catastrophe, well, it's not a catastrophe, but I mean, it crashed into the water. He's there with his girlfriend, his lady friend.
Oh, is this? Yeah. This fucking.
And then he just whips out the camera as the plane is sinking. And
Wait, hold up. He was taking selfies as the plane was sinking?
Oh, yeah.
I thought he was taking selfies and made the plane fucking crash, but
No.
he was like, "No, we finna crash." Put on IG Live.
Yep. So if you want,
Someone sent me one where he was like, "I'm gonna go kill this person," and it was like this fucking like hood ass white dude, and he's got the strap, and he like did it on Facebook Live. One of the listeners sent it to me. He's getting chased by the cops and shit. He's like, tell my mama I love her. I was like, God damn, bro.
That's ridiculous.
I don't want to sound like a dick, but like, just kill him. Like, we're good. He cannot be reproducing. We don't need any fucking morons like this. Like, oh, I'm gonna go murder this dude. Let me put it on Facebook Live. Is that him? Show me the plane crash, guys.
All right. Would you want the plane crash itself, or just go skip?
How
ahead?
long is it?
Oh, the
plane crash is 45 seconds.
Not even. I can skip
All
ahead.
right, hit play and I'll tell you if I'm bored.
All right, here we go. So there's another plane filming it from above. And
okay. All right. So it crashes into the water.
Right.
Is that are they in the water now?
They are in the
water. All right,
water.
they're in the water. Another plane.
And then the plane is sinking.
All right, and the plane is sinking. Now show me this guy.
Here's our man.
And waterproof.
He's got a waterproof phone.
Waterproof phone. All right.
We're out here in the Pacific Ocean floating around. Woo! Got some homemade flotation devices here in the form of seat cushions and window shades. Water's a little bit cold, but we're all right. I set it down real easy.
No one got hurt.
No, we're good.
Damn,
Is
they're
everything
chilling.
right? Yeah. Hopefully, someone comes, picks us up soon.
There's the Coast Guard coming.
Check out my SoundCloud. I'm also on Snapchat as Pilot Boy #1! Exclamation mark. And there's the helicopter. I don't give a fuck about that. What a man.
You'd think I'd be a little more preoccupied with not dying, but he's a cool customer. I don't know.
They probably was out in the water for like, I'm guessing
40 minutes.
All right, so that was towards that. He's like clearly not gonna die. He's just sitting there floating. So he's like, fuck it, let's do some selfies.
Would that occur to you?
I don't know. I've never been like just floating in the water for 40 minutes.
So that guy is David Lesh. He's a professional skier. He's got a clothing company.
Oh yeah, man. Like this dude is fucking. He don't give a fuck.
He's balling pretty.
All he does is do crash. All those skiers. That's why I like skateboarders and skiers and baseball players and shit like that, because most of what they do is fail, and they come to terms with they get used to failure, and then when they get a hit or when they land a trick, it's sweet. They really enjoy it, but they try and try and try. It's all about trying. Something you don't do, John. That's why you don't have a fucking. That's why you're single.
I don't have a plane.
And no rich chicks want to fuck with you because you're poor. Poor John.
A couple have, but they've got they inherited money from their ex-husbands and stuff. So they
Oh.
really, I don't know.
Sometimes they earn it and other times they don't.
Yeah.
You know? Be like that sometimes. Give me something else.
All right. Now, if you've got a house, if you compare your home to your neighbor's home, you're going to sort of, and yours is a little small, you're going to hate yourself, and then...
Really?
Well, I mean, just that you compare yourself to their grand home, and you feel bad about it, and now people throughout the country are now building bigger homes to compete with their neighbors all the time. So this is now becoming widespread. Everyone's obsessed with doing.
I don't really. They literally have a term for that.
Okay.
It's a phrase. Keeping up with the Joneses.
That's mentioned here.
And yeah, I said it, and you still couldn't guess. It was literally mentioned there.
What was?
Once again.
It's like you got to reveal it.
Yeah. John versus Slang.
Fine.
Fucking. Yeah, it's like Keeping Up with the Joneses shit. Just stop. Don't worry about. Hey, don't worry about what the man next to you is eating. Worry about what you're gonna fucking eat. Everybody. It's not like part of the 10 Commandments, like thou shalt not covet one's neighbor or some shit.
That's exactly right.
Don't fuck their wife. I think that's in there like twice. And for you gays out there, doesn't say anything about blowing dudes or eating pussy as a chick. So God should be, he's not that bummed about it. You know what I'm saying? Didn't even make the top 10 things of shit not to do.
That's a good point.
Like you don't see, all I'm saying is like you don't see like of the fucking that Baptist church like rolling up to fucking the court with people like car thieves with like thou shall not steal signs, you're going to hell. But they're telling like gay people that they're gonna fucking rot in hell for getting butt fucked. Like, come on. Where does it say? Where did Moses then come down? It was like thou shall not butt fuck another man. So as far as I'm concerned, it's cool. You can't even give head. Like chicks can't even give head in the Bible. That counts as sodomy.
That's true. Unnatural sex.
They just want you. They want you nutting in your fucking girl's pussy. If you're coming in another guy's asshole, if a chick's eating another chick's pussy, you can't fucking have more kids. And they need more kids to grow the fucking church. And with numbers come power. And you're getting all the tithing and shit. That's my little fucking theory on that.
That's good analysis.
Yeah.
No, it's true.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, thou shalt. Oh. At first I was like, oh, I don't like that gay shit. And then I was like, oh, a chick can't even fucking blow me in the butt? Get out of here. Yeah, anyway, let's go back to thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's shit. Fuck that. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Go get your own shit.
So you never sit there and then sort of look at somebody else and say, gosh, I really want that. Okay, I could use that.
No,
that extra car.
Nah. I moved out of my apartment. Here's the one deal. I did move out of my apartment one time because I went to my homie's place and their shit was so fucking much better than my shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you doing? You're fucking in Los Angeles. You're not by the goddamn beach. And you look out the window and like one view on one side on the bedroom side, it was this fucking dude that inherited all his money and just would smoke meth all the fucking time, and he'd have like arguments with himself, like fuck you, and then the cops would come and just bang on the door. They were more annoying than him. And then on the other side was this like single fucking 45-year-old woman, and she had like a bed with like bandanas, like pink bandanas tied to her bedpost, and she had those like glasses with your name written on them that you get from the carnival. Real sad. I was just like, Jesus Christ, dude. This is fucking bleak. This is bleak as fuck, son. So that wasn't coveting the neighbor. It was being inspired by the neighbor. I wasn't mad at them that they had something nice. I was just like, why don't you have, like, what are you doing? You're in LA. Go fucking at least get a decent view. Or have an outside where you can go chill at. Be inspired by that neighbor. You can be inspired. Just don't turn that shit into something negative, into shitty feelings. It's cool if you look at a motherfucker doing better than you and you're like, fuck that, I'm gonna do fucking good. Like, I'm gonna go get it. That's dope. Doesn't change the fact that they're doing better than you. It's inspiring you to fucking try harder.
It's inspirational.
Yeah, look at that shit. That's what I do when I see motherfuckers getting it. I'm just inspired. Jason Ellis just walked by. Jason was getting it better than me when I was like 10 years ago, and I was like, man, I gotta fucking, Ellis is out hustling me. I need to work harder. Don't cry, work harder. Boss up, work harder. Save your money, work harder. Go get it. Give me some good news.
And now, time for good news.
Speaking of bossing up, Big Sean uses that quote here, and he donated $100,000 to
nice.
a recording studio over in Detroit. It's the most bossed up thing he could do.
Cool, man.
And this is over on the city's west side. Real name Sean Anderson. He spent time at the Children's Center and Boys and Girls Clubs, and this empowered him, so he wanted to give back, and he recently did that over in Detroit. I've got him talking about his studio here. So, is the west side a...
Shout out Moby. You know, we had back in the day, we had Big Sean's DJ come and do a guest set for us before.
No kidding.
Yeah. Mo Beats.
All right,
Let's see.
Here we go.
Such a musical city, soulful city. And there's so many kids that have the talent that just don't have the resources to record. They don't know how. Not only can you record here and there's a studio here, you can learn how to do the lights. There was somebody working the lights while
that's awesome.
Kids were performing up here.
Thank you, Big Sean. That's what Detroit needs, more rappers. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Appreciate what you're doing.
Yeah, I would not recommend kids go into the entertainment industry, quite frankly.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's not littered with sex and drugs. Ladies, you're not gonna have to blow a producer to get a song played. Don't you worry about that. Fellas, you're not gonna have to get butt fucked by your manager to be in a boy band. Never happens. Never ever happens ever. There it is. That is cool that he's doing a studio. And that he's got $100,000. Bam. Just to fucking throw out a studio. It's a tax write-off right there, buddy. There's got to be a limit on tax write-offs. I don't know. All right. Hey. That's the news. Shout out to Big Sean.